Right, Ibanez range 2023. Let's have a look. Some of this looks exciting, some of it, well, we'll see. So, on the main page here, all the new gear for 2023. They've obviously got this one in the middle. That looks cool. I like that finish. It's sort of one of those shimmery, two-colory, metallic-y things. I don't know what to call it, but it looks cool. And then they've got some real metal machines there. What's this, a 9-string? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9-string, and then an 8, and an 8, and a is that a double? No, it's not a double deck, but it's two other guitars there. So we'll have a look. Let's see what they bring us for 2023. So, I'm not going to look at the signature models yet. I'm going to come back to them. I'm going to have a look at this Axe Design Lab, which seems to be their above Premier kind of, above a prestige kind of range. We'll start with the familiar. There's two there that stand out as being familiar. There's this one. Well, there's not. There's one that stands out as being familiar. There's this one, which is essentially an RG, an 80s RG, and it's got that Tree of Life inlay on it. It's a very nice one. It's got the nice little top on it. Flame top, black burst, which is gorgeous. I'm not sure what the deal is with this pickup at the bridge with the cover on it, and ones I haven't. Maybe it's just a quirky design. And this have some little switch there. So let's investigate further. Neck, Super Wizard, yeah, cool. Flame maple top, ebony fingerboard, good. Jumbo frets, 24 of them, yep. Low pro edge bridge, good. That's a cracking bridge. Neck pickup, Dimarzio Path. Middle pickup, True Velvet, and bridge pickup, a Tone Zone. Okay, doesn't seem to say why they've got the cover on there. Obviously, it's just to look cool. Standard switching. Oh no, is that standard switching? So that little switch there must be a coil tappy switch. So with a coil, right. So you get different combinations with a coil tap on and coil tap off. Yeah, coil tap. I'm not so sure about that, because in the past you had, in the neck position you had neck humbucker. Then the next one along it would split, so you had two singles, and then you'd have a single, and then two singles, and then a humbucker. I always took mine apart and I rewired them so that I would get neck humbucker, then a neck single coil on its own. Then the middle position would be two single coils, bridge and neck, which gives you that stratty-telly kind of funkiness sound. And then I would wire the bridge one, so it would be bridge and middle single coils, and then the bridge on its own as a humbucker. But again, you needed a 5-way super switch to do that, which was a bit of expense and a bit of a chew on, but it's worth it because it got me the sounds I wanted. And I never liked that middle single coil on its own, and I never liked that neck and middle single coil thing. So I just did what I wanted with it. But that looks versatile. But if you're going from funkiness to like a lead thing, I don't know. Neck, it's got the big thick bits of wenge in it. I like that. That's cool. J custom neck. All access neck joint. Yeah. Used to that. Nothing unusual there. That binding is nice. Ooh, look at the binding. So looking at the binding, that's not a veneer. That's a proper top with a scraped edge veneer. Scraped edge binding. That's cool. And a chambered body. Ooh, right. And a deep scoop there. That's new. Not seen that before. That's cool. Yeah, got the machine heads. They're not locking. It's a shame. Even on a guitar with a lock-in tremolo, lock-in tuners help, because you pop your string through, lock the tuner, and you're tuning up much faster. I first got one and I thought, what is that about? Why would you do that? But once I get used to using it, it's great. I really like it. And the low pro edge, that's a proper stock tremolo. I think that's better than the original edge because it's out of the way. You try and palm mute, and you're doing it on the old edge tremolo. or in a Floyd Rose, and you've got that whale tail business. This is not an Ibanez, but you've got that whale tail business in the way, and it blocks your hand, whereas you get that on the low profile one, so your hand can go there, and it's much, much better. But, you know, some people like the original edge, so that's fine. The knobs are recessed. Well, recessed knobs. I'll let you make your own gags there. Call tab switch. Oh, what's this? Strap lock pins. That's interesting. So you get strap locks with it as standard. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, good guitar. This is the top end of their production guitars, which is really, really nice. Let's see the neck dimensions. At the thickness 17 and 19. Ooh, that's back down to the really thin, wizardy necks. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Here we go. Look. This is the 9-string guitar. 9 strings. Wow. That's a lot of strings. That's going to go low. And again, it's got that coil top there. That's a nice top on it. Is it some kind of burl top? Let's have a look. The grey flat finish. And again, the thicker wenge stripes in the neck. This was a bit thicker, 21.5 to 23. To be fair, if you've got that many strings putting that much tension on the neck, you're going to need a little bit more wood to fight it back. Let's have a look at the switches. Okay, so in this case, you've got humbuckers and then singles, and you've got either 1 on or 2 on. You know what? I think I would have liked it better if they'd gone with the humbucker, next position single, middle position, again, 2 singles. I like that 2 singles in the middle thing. I don't like 2 humbuckers on at once. And then single and then a humbucker. I think a 5-way might have worked a little bit better than that. Or do what they used to do with the old RG range, you know, and you have a humbucker, then you have I think it's an out of phase, and then, you know, you just do that standard thing. Why they're messing about with this, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work so well with the 7s. There's why Fishman Fluence voicing on volume control. So they're Fishmans. So they've wired it like that because it's got Fishmans on it. Ooh, which Fishmans has it got? It's got neck picker, Fluence modern humbucker. Yeah, Alnico and the ceramic. Yeah, great pickups. I've got to say, I've got a set of these on one of my guitars, and the single coil sounds from them, unless these are more modern versions of the modern, if you like, unless they're more up to date, then the single coil sounds on them are not great. But cool guitar if you like a lot of strings. Let's have a look what else they got in this range. They've got a big massive thing with a fan fret. What's that? This is only 8 strings. This is a children's guitar then with only 8 strings. But a fan fret, that finish is really cool. Again, 3-way switch and a little extra switch. Let's find out what there's extra switches all over the place on this one. I tell you what I don't like is a switch just there. That really gets up because it's right in the way. No, I couldn't cope with that. I really couldn't. String through body, yep, great. Let's see these specs. What do these switches do? It's coil tap, right? So there must be a voice switch on the the volume pot. There's no tone control on that one, I noticed, which to be fair, who uses a tone control? I've never used one, and some of them I just take them off and throw them away. Then they've got a pickup switch, which is at the front. Yeah, okay. What's the neck like on this? 20mm and 21. Oh, that's a bit thinner. That's sort of that gem territory, isn't it? And the Fishman, the moderns, yeah, great. Like it. I love that colour as well. And the other thing is the bevel on that. I really, really like that bevel. I'd love an RG with a bevel like that. That'd be great. And again, they've got those little individual bridge saddles for that fan fret thing. Now, to me, there's a couple of guitars in here that are a little bit different, things we've not done before, and there's 2 of them in this range here. There's this one with the catchy name SML721. You know what? I can see vintage collectors in years' time waxing lyrical about the SML 721. They really can. Ibanez, the names of these guitars, man. Do something cool. It's an S series, but it's a fan fret. I've never seen a fan fret S series before, which is cool. And what I like about this fan fret, this is almost a gateway fan fret because the nut, the strings, the frets are straight, and it doesn't fan until you get further up, which seems to me like it makes a lot more sense. If you're trying to play an open G chord on a fan fret guitar and the frets are leaning over that way, you're struggling to do the basics, and it's almost as if it's making the basic stuff more difficult down there. Whereas this is a straight fret, you can do what you normally do, and as you come up the neck, then you've got the advantages, you know. You're not likely to be playing chords beyond the 12th fret, where you're going to notice because it's not fanned that much beyond there. So yeah, I think that's great. That's a really good way of doing it. I notice it's got the little switch in the middle as well. That seems to be a bit of a theme in this range. Let's see what it does. Oh my god, it's doing all sorts. Right, so we've got it's called an alter switch. All right, religious. So we've got that standard-ish. No, we haven't. Neck humbucker, 2 inside coils, 2 humbuckers, 2 outside coils, bridge humbucker. I like that. That looks good and interesting. And then the alter switch. Don't know what it does, but it seems to be doing something with... Oh, it's turning some pickups blue. What the hell does an alter switch do? Does it tell you? Come on. It doesn't tell you. What does an alter switch do? Right, so you've got an alter switch there that turns some pickups blue. I'm assuming... power tap. So some kind of coil tap. Alright, yeah, I'm still not much wiser. Ibanez, could have a better description of what this alter switch does, please. I'm sure it's cool, but that standard alter switch off-wiring thing, I like that. That's great. That's really good. Neck dimensions, 18 and 20. Yeah, we're into the Wizard 2 kind of range there. I like that. Jumbo gold frets. I like that as well. Pickups. Q58 neck pickup, passive ceramic and passive cups. Oh, right, so these are the pickups that they had on the Q series guitars that they introduced last year. Okay, cool. And the Wizard fight, yeah, it is a Wizard neck. A NATO body rosewood fingerboard. Cool, I like it. I like that body styling. I like the back. The only thing that's ever bugged me about these S series is that black plastic thing that surrounds the switch. There's got to be a better way of doing that. Don't use black plastic. Look, everything else is gold. Why is that not gold? But nevertheless, cool guitar and innovative, something different. And I like when there's new guitars come along and they are different. They're not just last year's models, but a different colour. That's new. That's different. I like it. It's actually progress. It's nice to see progress. There's a couple more here that are progress, and Ibanez trying a little too hard. There's two. They look the same. There's a black one. There's a white one. Let's do the white one. I press white and it's come out black. They're the same, just different colours. Okay, so straight away we've got the thin stripes in the neck on this one. Nothing wrong with that. And look, it's got those extended cutaways at the back as well. I like that. Not that it was particularly in the way, but this one has a carved top by the looks of it. Is it a carved top? It's right. It's like an arch top without that scoop that you get around the edges on a Les Paul. That's nice. I like that. Fair. I'm assuming it's fairly comfortable. The output jack's there, which is good. We've got the low pro bridge. Now this is the thing that makes this one different. We've got 24, 25, 26, 27 frets, or 26 and 5/6 of a fret, and then a rails pickup in the neck. Now that extra fret, I don't know how much that feels, a little bit gimmicky. 24 is fine. Do we need that? But what I do like is having that rails pickup in the neck. If you have a 24 fret neck and you put a rails pickup in the neck, it brings that pickup closer to where it would be on, for instance, a Les Paul. And when you've got the Ibanez guitars that have got two humbuckers and a single, if you look at where the single's positioned, the single is actually further back than it would be had that pickup been a Strat, because there's less space between the neck and the bridge because there's more frets on the Ibanez. So it sort of redresses that balance. So that pickup is sort of in between where the neck and the middle would be on a Strat, but it's a humbucker and it's rammed up as close as it can to the neck. I'm not sure what the construction is on that, whether the neck pocket actually extends all the way there or whether that is just a fingerboard extension. If it's a fingerboard extension, they are a little bit prone to movement. But that looks like a nice guitar. Let's have a look down. The switching. So we've got... Alright, we've got that single three-way and the single coil. Again, not that keen on that switching system. I'd rather see the five-way, because they've done the standard Ibanez stuff that they do, the RGs and the five-ways, was really good. Low Pro Edge, yeah, that's what we like. 27 frets. Air Norton and Tone Zone, yeah, good pickups. Not really mega high output, but nice, clean sounding pickups. Neck dimensions 18 and 20, so we're looking at a Wizard again, aren't we? Yeah, a Wizard HP. What does HP stand for? I don't know. African mahogany body, okay, cool. 24 frets, deep bevel, lower horn. Air Norton Tone Zone, yeah. Oh, look at that finish though. That's like a burl top, isn't it? Or something like that. That's really nice. Really nice. And are these pickups, is that picture from the same? It's not. That picture's wrong. That shouldn't be there. No, they're just taking random pictures. Oh, they've got luminlay side inlay dots. Try saying that after 5 pints. Okay, cool. And then go to machine heads. Yep. Nice guitar. And I do like that top. That looks great. It reminds me of that Kramer Stage Master thing from years and years ago. In fact, it looks very much like one. In fact, it looks very much like that one, but with an extra pickup and a few extra frets. But it does definitely remind me of that, because look, there's the scalloped horn at the front, the scalloped one at the top. But Ibanez borrowing a bit, but that's a nice guitar. I like it. Still a little bit gimmicky. Let's have a look. We're done with that range. Let's have a look at the standard RGs. You know, a lot of these are just regurgitated, and as you'd expect, an RG needs to be in their range, and it's just the Ibanez. I like this one, the RG 8570 J Custom. J Custom. Now they've got the nice big Tree of Life inlays. They've got a low profile tremolo on it, which is cool. Is it low profile? Yeah, it is. And they've got that maple top on it, which is really nice. Other than that, it's a mahogany body, okay. And what next on it? Is it a... Oh, they've got the thick stripes on it. Good. Yeah, it is a low profile. Dimarzio, Air Norton, Tone Zone and a True Velvet. Cool. I don't know why it hasn't got Dimarzio written on the pickups. You'd think they would, because it'd be a good little selling point. But, you know, they haven't. It's got the strap locks on it. That's good. Other than that, you know what? That's the switching system that I like. That's really good, because that's dead versatile. Really versatile, except for that middle thing there. I've rewired one of mine to have in the middle position the two inside coils of the humbucker, because I just don't like that single coil at all. But that's far more versatile, and mega thin neck. Look, it's got the old Wizard neck on it by the looks of that. 17 and 19. Ooh, that's thin. But that looks like a great, proper, fancied up, old style RG. I like that. And then there's another one there. It looks like the same thing in blue. And then the same thing. Oh, what's that? Yeah, it's a 7-string version of the same thing. Yep, cool. A 7-string version of it, but looking a bit more metal with one of those matte finishes on it. The matte finishes seem to be a newish trend the last few years. And they look great, but once you play them for a while, you get shiny spots all over them. So then they look a bit meh, but that looks cool. This one I like the look of. So This is an RG, but they've put a non-locking tremolo on it and a burl top. Oh, it's a GIO. There, that's where you go. A burl top on a GIO. That looks nice. Hey, what's to complain? And what's this one? This is a GIO as well. Look at that. You got a sparkle paint job on a GIO. You go to a company like Kiesel and they're charging fortunes extra for those sparkly tops or for the metallic tops. And that looks great. And look at it. It's a colour shift chameleon top. You go to Kiesel's website and was it $600 for that kind of finish? Wow. And you're getting that on a GIO? Wow. Okay, these are the ones that I like. We'll come back to signatures in a second. But these ones, the Q series, now they came in last year, and there was 4 of them last year, but they seem to have trimmed that down, so maybe they're not selling so well. And they seem to have swapped them round. Last year they had a rounder neck and a flatter neck, and there was one that was a bit more metal, and one was a bit more not. And the 7-string had the burl top, but this year the 7-string has the blue finish. Let's see what they've done with the necks on them. Necks, 20 and 21. So yeah, that's quite a shallow neck on that one. Wizard C 5 piece. Right, so it's not quite the standard Wizard, it's a different shape. So maybe it's a bit rounder. Be good to have an actual picture of the radius. So that's the slightly rounder one, okay. And then this one, actually I've got a 7-string with that slightly rounder profile on it. And to be honest, I don't like it, I prefer the Wizard. This is what was the 7-string. It's got that burl top on it, which is really, really nice. Looks like a mahogany body of some description. We better check the actual, what does it say? Poplar burl top, NATO body. Yeah, NATO is like a Far Eastern version of mahogany. So yeah, Wizard C 3-piece. So it's got that sort of slightly rounder neck again still. So they've got the same necks on them. So what they've done there, they've streamlined that range. So they've got the same necks and the same lots of things. You know what? I'd bite their arms off to buy one of these if they had one with a trem on it. And there's no multi-scale on these this year, I noticed that. That's what they had last year. But put a trem on it, that would be so, so cool. Let's have a look at these ones, the AZS's. I'm saving my favourites, the signatures, to last. This is the Telecaster shape. This looks to me like the latest version of the FR kind of thing. Based on a Telly, isn't it, really? Yep, like that. What's the spec on it? 20 and 22. Oval C S-Tech wood roasted maple neck, roasted neck, and a more of an oval neck. Okay. Until you get these in your hands, you can't tell. Oh, I tell you what I don't like. I don't like that bridge. You know, what is there any need in this day and age to have a bridge that was designed to be cheap, like the old Telecaster ones were, where you've got, you know, those horrid saddles? Why? Put individual saddles on it. Just do it properly. And if you're going to have a Telecaster plate. Just sort something out with that bridge, because that's awful. Really is awful. I do like the curved plate though. They've got that in 2 colours, and they've got a version with a whammy bar on it. Maybe that's why they've done that plate, so they can have a separate plate and put a whammy bar on one. It's a production thing, isn't it? Now these things are back to a Strat, really, aren't they? If anything, we're going to fairly basic Strat territory. Yep, just a standard hardtail Strat. Okay, I'm sure Ibanez used to get sued left, right, and centre in the 70s for making things like that. Poplar body, maple neck, 22 frets. It's a Strat, and it's got that alter switch in it, which we still don't know what it does. And then we've got a pink one, but this one's got a humbucker and a trem. That trem looks a bit better than Fender's. Ibanez have made some nice non-locking trems over the years that didn't get into your hand. The Fender ones just dig into your hand. They're horrible. And Ibanez had some that didn't do that, where the screws didn't stick up and they were much smoother. I'm not sure if that's them. They look a bit more traditional, and it's got a 6-screw tremolo as well. Now this looks cool. Look at the finish on that. That's great. And it's got Fishman's on it. It's a Prestige, one of the good ones. The shiny humbuckers on it. But look where that switch is. An awful position for the switch for me. You know, I like the Paul Gilbert model where everything's out the way, miles away. So if you're going to wave your arm around and swing it and things like that, then it doesn't catch anything. It's great. No trem, individual saddles. Okay. I love that finish though. I love that. 18mm and 20mm. Yep, we're in a nice little Wizard HP. Not sure it's good. Basswood body. Not seen that for a while. That used to be all the RGs were basswood bodies. The gems are basswood bodies. Mine is. Fluence Modern. Yep, good. And what we've got there? Voice 1, 2. What? Humbucker, 2 humbuckers, 1 humbucker. So it must be tone, switch, volume, Fluence voicing, voice 1 and 2. Pickup selector switch. So there's no single coil modes on that one at all. Now, let's have a look at the signatures. So we've got these new signatures. I'm sure the old Steve Vai stuff and things like that are still there. But we've got 4 guitars here. Differences between 2 of them are cosmetic. There's the Polyphia series. So we've got the Tim Henson one, which is a great colour. I really like that. Yeah, but it's a 24 fret, essentially AZ, isn't it? With 2 humbuckers on it. What's in it? I don't know what they are. Let's have a look back. Something active. Let's have a look at the spec. What they got. I bet £1 is Fishman's. Yep, Fishman Fluence, Tim Henson Signature Series. Try saying that with a mouthful of curry. So we've got that one there. He's got his own pickups in it. Cool. Let's have a look. Oh dear me, there's a lot of voices there. So we've got humbucker, single coil, 2 humbuckers, front single coils, bridge. Okay. Then we've got a similar thing with voice 2. Those 2 are the same. Voice 3, voice 3, voice 3, voice. Yeah, that's the same. So you got the same sounds. Is that right? That doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Anyway, you can switch different voices, and it's got a lot of pickup switchings. So a lot of tones out of that one. That's going to get confusing. What necks he got on that? Neck dimensions 20 and 22. Oh, it's a bit chunkier. That's what it says. Oval C roasted maple neck. So it's an AZ, isn't it? Basswood body. Yeah. So what's the pickups like? Thick and smooth neck humbucker. Voice 2, hyper clean nylon string surrogate. Interesting. Voice 3, Tim's fluid neck single coil. Okay. And the bridge pickup based on Fishman's hot rodded classic voice. Okay. Quintessential voice 2, Tim's favourite bridge humbuckers. Right. Okay. Tells us nothing. Voice 3, ideal single coil combination tone when used in conjunction with a neck coil. All right. And that's a Goto tremolo they've got on it. And that one, look, can you see how, can we make that picture bigger? Let's zoom in a bit. You see how the grub screws seem to be recessed there and out of the way, so that's going to be a nice smooth bridge. That's the best picture we've got of that bridge. If all the bridges are like that, that's great. And that tremolo's recessed as well. Okay, I'm surprised, to be honest, that all the whammy bar stuff he does, that Tim Henson likes that non-locking thing. I do like the inlays on it, man. It looks cool. Now, looking at the Scott LePage one, it's essentially the same guitar. It just looks different. Same bridge. It's got 2 humbuckers. Switches look similar. It's got a scratch plate. Right, look, giveaway box in the back. So I'm assuming they're Fishman's. Let's have a look. Roast maple neck, ebony fingerboard, stainless steel frets. Stainless steel frets is a thing that's really taken off. Right, he's got his own Fishman Fluence pickups in it. Okay. Neck dimensions 20.5, 22.5. A far less overcomplicated switching system. So he's got humbuckers and singles. What do you want? And then the Fishman Fluence voicing switch. Okay. Oval roasted maple neck, yeah. Ash body on this one. If you're a tonewood aficionado, that might make a difference. If you're not, it won't. You've got the same recessed trem, but in gold this time. And then you've got sort of slightly different inlays on the neck, but essentially they're the same, pretty much the same guitar. What's the neck on the body one on this one? Did we say? Basswood, right. Yeah, not much difference there. And then this one, which is the Strat version, LM1. Whose is that? Luca... What? Luca Mantovanelli... never heard of him. So that's a Strat then. Which is Strat. Older body, stainless steel frets, 22 of them. 22 frets. Ugh. Seymore Duncan, Fortuna pickups, and got a full set of them. Okay. And it's wired like, oh, what's that? Blender control fade in. So what does that do? So that just blends. Ah, right. So if you're on the neck pickup, it'll blend some of the bridge pickup in, and vice versa. What's the point of that? But otherwise, that's a Strat. I'm assuming it's a very nice one. Nicely contoured body there, look. But yeah, that's a Strat. Okay, and then we've got this one, which again looks like it's based on the AZ series. This is the Kiko Loureiro. I can never pronounce that lad's surname, you know. Kiko Loureiro. Watch his videos. He's cool bloke. Great player. Ah, this one, he's got that fishtail original edge on it, which don't like so much. And he's harking back to those days, the early days of the RG where they had pickup surrounds and things like that on them, isn't it? So nice top, nice finish on it. 24 frets. He's signed the back. There's no little box there, so they must be passive pickups. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a flat maple neck. Is that a single piece maple neck? Let's have a look. What does it say? Flame maple art grain top, poplar body, jojoba fretboard. Alright, that's interesting. That's a bit different. Medium frets, like the gems. The gems had smaller frets, didn't have the big jumbo frets, so you must like that. Okay. Double locking bridge, doesn't say which one it is, but we can see it. Infinity pickups. So it's got the Ibanez. Is it an Ibanez pickup? The Infinity pickup. Neck dimensions 19.5 and 21.5. So that's like a gem. That switches like a gem does. And then you've got volume pull, and it just gives you a range of single coil options. Different single. Well, that's the same as that. That's the same as that. That's the same as that. So all it's doing is single coil in the neck. Okay. So you get pull that, and you get neck and bridge single coils when you're in those positions. All right. That's all right. Yeah, it is a single piece maple neck, and it's got a scarf joint in it by the looks of it. A single piece of maple, that's very unusual for Ibanez to do a single piece maple. And yeah, look, you've got the big whale tail on the tremolo system. Is that a different trem? Look, it's got, see, that looks very much more like the original Floyd Rose. With that, it hasn't got the push in tremolo arm on it. But yeah, I like that one. Again, a variation, that's like an RG A-series hybrid. Good. What I am saying is, we're not going to get into the basis and the whole bunch of things, but what I am saying is there's nothing vastly different or vastly innovative, I don't think. There's nothing bad. There's a lot of traditional stuff, the Henson, the Polyphia things, there's two very similar guitars and variations of. The standout models for me are that one, the SML 721, because of the body, the colour, and because they've done that little bit of innovation and they've added that fan fret, even though it's straight at the lower frets, which I think is good. And then there's these arch or carved top ones, which I think are great guitars. If that was a 24 fret with that pickup there, I would bite your arm off for one of them. I think that looks, yes, they're trying, but that looks a little bit gimmicky. Maybe next year they'll just put that back to a 24 and move that pickup there, because that would look really cool. Nothing majorly innovative there. They're not breaking any boundaries. They've pulled back the Q series, which is a shame, because I'd rather see them expand that, because the Headless thing is taking off. Why not develop that and be leaders in that, rather than let's make a Strat, because that's what they've done. Some great guitars, don't get me wrong, and some exciting stuff. You make your mind up. Tell me what you think. Is there enough innovation there? Is there enough new stuff there? At least they're not just painting all stuff different colours. We've got some progress. We've got gold frets. We've got stainless steel frets. We've got Fishmans and quite a range of Fishmans. We've got extended fingerboards. We've got some amazing coloured finishes, and I'm blown away that on the cheap guitars they're putting metallic finishes on. That's great. So yeah, Ibanez 2023. In the comments below, let me know what you think. Have you bought one? Are you going to buy one? I'll see you in the next video.